Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan Battle video, and the Saiyan Day celebration is on hand here. Now, we're actually going to be able to farm up one of these Team Bardock members each day. These are permanent events added into the game, similar to the Ginyu Force. We'll be able to farm up Fasha today on Int Day. Tomorrow, we'll be able to farm up... who is STR? Tomorrow's Bardock. Yeah, tomorrow's Bardock. Okay, cool. And we'll be able to get all 5 of these units. When you get all 5 of them up to 100%, you're going to get a copy of the LR Team Bardock. I believe to get the second copy, you have to use the units like 50 times or something like that. I think it's a mission that I saw. So, you know, just get through it every day, do it very simply, stuff like that. What I'm going to do here, we're going to go through the event one time, and then we're going to go ahead and Rainbow and Dokkan Awaken Fasha. And then we'll go ahead and hop into some events and test her out, right? I am probably also going to be using a lot of these various Team Bardock members in some of these, like, challenge runs and stuff like that. Like, because, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like beating, like, the Legendary Goku event, no items, with just a low-class Saiyan team is probably possible, right? So, you know, once I get the leader of the team, the AGL Bardock Rainbowed, we're probably going to test out if we can get that stuff done. You know, I have to go through the Legendary Goku event with both the Revenge category as well as the low-class Saiyan category. I mean, it is good. The low-class Saiyan category has gotten a number of buffs. I think these free-to-play units could also potentially get easy A's next week. We'll see. There's definitely going to be an easy A next week. Like, they're not going to have this celebration without giving out an easy A. And it's like, oh, what about the physical Kid Gohan who gets his easy A? But, yeah, that's for only JP, right? There's going to be a Saiyan Day Easy 8 for both versions. Like, absolutely, that's going to happen. So, I'm not too concerned either. I think we could get an Easy 8 area for the free-to-play Bardock units, and then we could potentially get a traditional Easy 8 for either a Mass Saiyan and the Super Saiyan Bardocks plus the Super Saiyan 2 Bardock, or we could also get an Easy 8 for the Great Ape Squad for the Team Bardock. I probably would like the Great Apes, personally, more. Because, like, the Super Saiyan Bardocks and Mass Saiyan are usable, whereas a lot of the Great Apes are pretty much just fodder, right? So you give them easy Ace, and they're actually going to be quite decent. So I would like to do that. Oh, I should have... Whoops. Okay, I made a bit of a mistake. I should have, like, ahead of time given her all of these, but we could just do it right now. It's not really a big deal. I'm going to go ahead and give her full dodge, because she is just a completely defensive unit, right? So I'm just going to give her, like, one additional 1 crit, and then we're just going full dodge with the rest of it. Because again, I want to maximize defense for her. She is not like a damage dealing unit by any means, right? So we'll just go ahead and give her all of these defensive abilities. Bam. So she'll have 13 dodge. She'll have 1 additional and 1 crit. Beautiful. See, equipment can help out free-to-play units like this for sure. Now, there are missions, too, for getting some of this stuff done, right? Like, you have to beat the event, I think, 25 times. No, 20 times. To get all of the medals required to Dokkan Awaken her. Getting that mission we just activated for 100%ing her, that is a Int Grand Elder Kai. Okay, where is Fasha? Right there. Boom. Let's go ahead and Dokkan Awaken her. Alright, so I'll go ahead and level her up, and we'll go ahead and start testing her out. We'll see how good our girl Fasha is. She's pretty solid. She's a nice defensive unit. I think she potentially could dominate in something like Peppy Gal's Super Battle Road, but then again, many units can, right? Alright guys, so we are here in an event with our girl Rainbowed Fasha. Now, we're, you know, probably not going to show her off extensively here. I mean, this is definitely not a unit designed, you know, for Dokkan events, right? Like, I don't know. As part of the whole team, I feel like a lot of these free-to-play Team Bardock units are good, but I do look at her design, and it's like, I think they will easy A these units just based off of their leader skills, right? The 2 key and 50% of stats, that always is bumped up to 3 key and 77% of stats when these free-to-play type units get easy A's, right? So I do think this whole squad could actually get easy A's. The only thing is some of these units are already so good, right? Like Fasha lowers attack on super attack. She gets 90% defense. She has a 50% chance of dodging. And she also randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to Rainbow if there's another Bardock on the team. Like, she's really good. She also supers at 9 key, as you guys can see. Like, again, our girl's pretty solid. Now, this guy right here, this Super Saiyan 2 Bardock, I think I did do a Rainbow video for him. I just haven't put it out yet. So I'm probably going to, you know, Super Saiyan 2 Bardock is very important alongside a lot of these Team Bardock members. So I am going to make sure to put out that Super Saiyan 2 Rainbow video sometime soon. So 420,000, not exactly super great, but between her good defense and her high chance to dodge, like, she's gonna be a-okay, right? Like, she's a defensive unit, right? Like, these are just completely super easy to get, free-to-play units, you know, free rainbow units as well, you know, units that we don't have to even, like, do any shenanigans in the hidden potential, like, you know, use our own orbs or anything like that, right? It's just free rainbows for everyone, which is very useful. And, like, I do... Okay, I know a lot of people aren't happy with this celebration. I mean, there's oddities on both sides, right? Because, like, the stamina restoring meat item is only on global right now. Like, that's only a global thing, the stamina recovery item, which is, you know, honestly kind of surprising. But then there's also the Super Battle Road, which is only on JP. So it's like, you know, I've been screaming that they've got to get these games, like, together. Like, they've got to get them lined up. And it's like, really, they do. Like, they've got to get the two versions lined up, man. Because, like, these celebrations, like, you know, global players are not happy about not getting the Super Battle Road, which is, like, the best content of the celebration, right? Like, you know, people saying that there's nothing to do in this celebration are just flat out liars, though. Because, like, we do have these 5 free-to-play units to grind up. And, again, you know, the events are permanent. You don't have to grind these units up in one day, right? Like, that's the thing. Like, it's like a lot of people, like, immediately are just going to blow through, you know, get Fasha rainbowed right away. But you don't have to do that. Like, it's like, you know, you summon Bardock or something like that. Like, you know, you don't have to blow stones on stamina and Dokkan Awaken him within, you know, 1 hour or anything like that. Like, that's not really the intention. Like, that's the reason these events are up for a long time, so that you don't have to use stones for stamina and you can kind of take your time with it. Although, you know, again, global players did get the stamina restoring meat items, which, I mean, JP will get eventually, right? But with that, you know, you guys will definitely have an easier time grinding it up than us over here on JP will, right? So, like, so far, Fasha's not really doing anything too crazy, but, again, we got a really, really nice buff now for the low-class warrior team, right? These 5 free-to-play units are solid. Then we got the Tech Raditz, who's good, plus the Dokkan Fest Bardock, and boom. And the LR Team Bardock as well. Can't forget them. And then all of a sudden, you know, this low-class warrior team is actually like a real team. Like, there's actually options, units to run, right? And then if they potentially give the Great Ape versions of these Team Bardock characters Easy Ace as well, then this team is going to be very solid. Like, we still do need, like, a good Goku. Like it's just like a really good version of Goku, base Goku, for this category team. We have the one that's, like, going to Namek, but I don't know that that really counts with what I'm talking about, right? And what's interesting, too, is, like, Great Ape Tora is super good, right? Like, he heals, he gives 3 ki, he gives 30% attack, he's got good links. It's going to be very interesting to see, like, if he gets an EZA, how devastating he is going to be. Because, again, that Tora is going to be insane if he does get his EZA. And look at Fasha. You know, she's got good defense. She's dodging around. She's solid. She's a solid unit. Now, obviously, you take her into the Legendary Goku event and she's going to get massacred. But, you know, she could potentially be good in... Well, I mean, she did take 21k from Bardock right there. So, obviously, we take her into Extreme Super Battle Road and she's going to take, you know, 150k from a normal attack or something like that. The Extreme Super Battle Road does not play. Let's just go ahead and say that. Extreme Super Battle Road is a different beast, basically. Okay. Oh, I was going to say, I could let Super Saiyan 2 Bardock get blasted right here, and then we'd be able to use Bardock and Guinea's active skill, but nah, because we're not going to make it back over to this turn. I mean, yeah, Super Saiyan 2 Bardock, he's taking good damage there, because he doesn't have any defense for himself, right? Like, a lot of these units who are good for these teams, like, they are sort of, like, one-dimensional units, right? Like, you know, again, that Bardock only gives attack. He doesn't give ki or anything like that, right? So, like, that's something that could be sort of enhanced as they get an EZA, right? So, like, I do hope that there's a lot of potential with the EZA, not necessarily a part 2, because Saiyan Day as a celebration, it's a 2-week celebration, right? Like, it's for 1 day, like, the celebration is built around. So, I wouldn't really be too, like, oh, what's the part 2 LR? Like, there's not going to be a part 2 LR, because JP is going to move right into Blue Kaioken Goku at the start of April. And then I presume Global is either going to do Android 13 or they're going to go into Tech Majin Vegeta and Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I feel like either is possible, but Android 13 is probably more likely to me, right? That we're going to see Android 13. Okay, so, I mean, we've seen enough from Fasha at this point. I feel like we can go ahead and move to the breakdown, and then we'll await for tomorrow when we have the, free-to-play, STR Bardock. You know, we can go ahead and grind him all the way up. You know, there are obviously much better versions of Bardock, but still nice to have, like, an extra free-to-play unit like that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Alright, so this is Cunning Moves Fasha. Her leader skill is Low-Class Warrior, Category Key 2, and 50% of stats. Her super attack is the Energy Bullet, which does supreme damage and lowers attack and defense. So it is nice that she lowers attack. I mean, honestly, I wish she kind of like stacked defense and then lowered attack. If she gets an easy A, that could bump up to greatly lowers attack and defense, though, which could be good. Her passive skill, Glorious Charge, gives her 90% defense at the start of turn. Then she gets a high chance, which is 50%, right? It is 50%, yep. 50% chance of dodging enemy attacks. Then she randomly changes a key sphere of a certain type to Rainbow. Very good. If there's an ally whose name includes Bardock on the team, and that does not include the Team Bardock LR, which I guess is kind of weird because Bardock is right there, right? That's pretty good. Because, you know, I feel like if you're using Fasha, chances are super high that you're also going to have a Bardock on the team, right? Her links are Team Bardock, Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Pride, Saiyan Lineage, Battlefield Diva, Prepared for Battle, and Shattering the Limit. That's going to be very good for that Team Bardock team, for the low-class warrior team. A lot of those units have those links, even the pure Saiyan team, right? Her 12 key multiplier is 130%. That's another clue to me that she will easy A, because that's super low. 130% on a TUR is actually kind of rare nowadays. You know, that's only older TURs that are like that, so I don't know. I feel like she could get a minor attack buff, and then maybe they buff up her defense. I would much rather they just buff her defensive abilities and even give her offensive abilities. I think that's would be better design. She'd be more valuable that way rather than kind of make her good both ways, right? And then she's also on a couple of different category teams. She does have one extra category compared to the rest of the members. So this one right here, this is Team Bardock, I think. Yeah, this is the Team Bardock category right here. Then right here, this is the low-class warriors, which of course just got a huge buff. A ton of new units to it, right? Raditz, the 5 free units, the LR Team Bardock, and the Dokkan Fest Bardock. So that's really good for that low-class Saiyan category, which did badly need it, right? Me and Goresh have both been begging them to start buffing these weaker categories, and this celebration, at the very least, is doing that. Then right here, we have the Pure Saiyan category, which, you know, again, Pure Saiyan, that's another team that, like, every single update, you're going to get additions to it. And then here we go. We just get a whole bunch of good units, right? All these new units are pretty much on there. Wait. The LR Team Bardock. I was about to say, the LR Team Bardock, they're on there too, right? Yeah. And then the final one right here, what is this? This is Peppy Gals. Fasha's on Peppy Gals. Whereas, you know, obviously the other members of Team Bardock are dudes, so they're not on Peppy Gals. But there we go. There is our girl Fasha, rainbowed. You know, I'll go ahead and do a video on all 5 of these units. You know, then we'll get LR Team Bardock. Next Tuesday we'll be able to get LR Team Bardock. You know, we'll see how good they are. And then I believe it's using all of the units like 50 times or something like that. I believe gets you the second copy of LR Team Bardock. Before I finish the video, let me sort of confirm what the exact way to get it is. Okay, yeah. So after clearing any stage 50 times with all 5 Team Bardock members. Yes, that's how you get the second copy. There's 3 remaining copies that we don't know where to get. Hopefully they're not just all added to Battlefield, but I'm sure they're just all going to be added to Battlefield. So we'll see what happens. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.